What if I told you that one of the most powerful habits for staying independent after 60 is something so simple, so ordinary, that many people almost overlook it? I'm talking about walking every day. But here's the truth that surprises so many older adults. Walking every day after 60 can help you feel stronger, steadier, and more clear-minded, or it can leave you sore, tired, and ready to give up. The difference is not just whether you walk. The difference is how you walk, when you walk, and what your body is trying to tell you while you do it. And before we finish today, I'm going to share one simple walking change that many people say makes the biggest difference of all. If you are over 60, or you care for someone who is, this matters more than most people realize. Because walking is not only about exercise. It is about confidence. It is about getting out of a chair without fear. It is about feeling steady in the kitchen, safe in the shower, strong enough to carry groceries, and relaxed enough to sleep at night. It is about keeping your world from getting smaller. Many people think the real danger is getting older. But often, the hidden danger is moving less and less until the body quietly loses strength, balance, and trust. I want to speak to you very honestly. A lot of people know walking is good for them, but deep down they are worried. Maybe your knees hurt. Maybe you feel stiff when you first stand up. Maybe your legs feel heavy. Maybe you get dizzy when you move too fast. Maybe your blood pressure has been up and down, or your blood sugar makes your energy feel unpredictable. Maybe you used to walk with no problem, but now something feels different. If that sounds familiar, you are not weak, and you are not lazy. Your body may simply need a different kind of support than it needed 10 or 20 years ago. That is why the truth about walking every day after 60 is not just do more. In many cases, that advice is too simple. The real truth is that walking is one of the best habits for healthy aging when it is done with care, patience, and a little wisdom. A daily walk may help support heart health. It may help lower stress. It may help with blood pressure over time. It may help with digestion, sleep, mood, and blood sugar. It can also help keep your joints moving and may reduce the stiffness that builds up when you sit too long. But here's the part many people miss. Walking helps most when it becomes a habit your body trusts, not a task your body fears. If you're enjoying this conversation, tell me in the comments how old you are and what walking feels like for you right now. Does it make you feel energized, stiff, calm, or tired? And if you want more simple, caring advice like this to help you stay strong and independent, subscribe and stay with me. I have much more to share, including the common mistake many adults over 60 make on their walks that can quietly make balance and pain worse without them even knowing it. Let's start with the biggest myth. Many people believe walking only counts if it is long, fast, and impressive. That is simply not true. A 10-minute walk that you can do again tomorrow is often more helpful than one big walk that leaves you sore for 2 days. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to chase a perfect step number every single day. What matters most is consistency. The body responds beautifully to regular movement, even when it comes in smaller pieces. Think about it this way. Your body after 60 is always listening. It is listening to whether movement feels safe. It is listening to whether your breathing stays calm. It is listening to whether your joints feel supported or stressed. When walking feels too hard, the body can start to resist it. You may dread it. You may tense up. Your posture may change. Your steps may get shorter. But when walking feels manageable, something powerful happens. The body begins to trust movement again. That trust is a big part of staying active as you age. Now here is a mistake I see all the time. People start walking too fast in the first few minutes. They head out the door and push right away, before the body has warmed up. Then their hips feel tight, their knees complain, their breathing feels rough, and they assume walking is the problem. But often, walking is not the problem. The rushed start is the problem. The first 5 minutes matter more than many people think. Start slower than you think you need to. Let your feet, ankles, knees, and hips wake up. Let your breathing settle into a rhythm. Give your body a chance to join you. Another truth about walking every day after 60 is that the goal is not just fitness. The goal is function. Can you stand up with more ease? Can you turn around without feeling off balance? Can you walk through a store without needing to stop every few minutes? Can you feel less stiff in the morning? These are the real wins. These are the signs that walking is helping your daily life. Too many people judge their progress by distance alone and ignore these quiet, meaningful changes that actually protect independence. Now this is important. Not every kind of discomfort means something is wrong, but not every kind of discomfort should be ignored either. Mild muscle tiredness can be normal. A little puffing as you walk uphill can be normal. Some joint stiffness at the start that eases as you move can also happen. But sharp pain, chest pressure, feeling faint, sudden severe shortness of breath, new confusion, or one-sided weakness are not things to push through. If you ever have symptoms like that, get medical help right away. And if you notice sudden swelling, redness, or strong pain in one leg, that also needs prompt medical attention. The smart goal is not to be fearless. The smart goal is to be wise. Let's talk about dizziness for a moment, because this is one of the most common concerns after 60, and it can make walking feel scary. Some people stand up and feel lightheaded. Some feel unsteady when they turn. Some feel fine at home, but shaky outdoors. There can be many reasons for this. Blood pressure changes, dehydration, inner ear problems, low blood sugar, poor sleep, nerve problems, or even the timing of medicines can all play a role. If this keeps happening, please talk with your doctor. Do not just brush it off as getting older. Balance problems deserve attention, especially because they increase the risk of falling. And that brings me to something very important. Walking is excellent, but walking alone is not always enough. This is one of the biggest truths many people miss. If your muscles are getting weaker, if your balance is slipping, or if getting out of a chair feels harder than it used to, then the body may need more than walking. It may need strength work and balance practice too. Even very simple movements, like standing from a chair, gentle heel raises, or safe balance exercises with support nearby, can help the muscles that protect you from falls. Walking keeps you moving forward. Strength and balance help keep you upright while you do it. Here is another hidden reason some people feel worse on walks and do not know why. The walk itself may not be the problem. The timing may be the problem. Maybe you go out when it is too hot. Maybe you walk after too little water. Maybe you walk right after taking a medicine that makes you feel sleepy or dizzy. Maybe you walk after skipping a meal and your body simply has no fuel. If you take medicine for blood pressure, diabetes, or fluid retention, it is worth asking your doctor or pharmacist whether timing could affect how you feel during a walk. Never stop a medicine on your own, but it is very reasonable to ask smart questions. I also want to say something gentle, but honest about pain. Many adults over 60 live with some level of pain, and because of that, they can start to believe pain must always be tolerated or always ignored. Neither is true. Pain is information. If your knees feel stiff at the start, but better after 10 minutes, that tells us one thing. If your hip pain gets sharper with every step and changes how you walk, that tells us another. If pain lingers long after the walk or wakes you up at night, that is something to discuss with a healthcare professional. Good walking is not about pretending nothing hurts. It is about learning how to move in a way that helps rather than harms. Shoes matter more than many people realize. A worn-out shoe can change the way your whole body moves. If your feet slide, if the sole is uneven, or if the shoe is too soft or too loose, that can affect your ankles, knees, hips, and balance. You do not need the fanciest shoe in the store, but you do need a shoe that fits well, feels stable, and supports the way you walk. The ground matters too. A smooth, flat path is often much safer than cracked sidewalks, loose gravel, or dimly lit areas. Sometimes the best walking plan is not more courage. It is a safer route. Now let's talk about one of the most beautiful benefits of walking, and it is something many people do not expect. Walking can be very good for the mind. Not because it magically fixes every problem, but because regular movement can help reduce stress, support sleep, and lift mood. Some people feel more mentally clear after a short walk. Some feel less restless. Some feel less trapped by worry. A daily walk can become a quiet reset button. A time to breathe, notice the sky, feel the air, and remember that your body is still yours. That emotional side of walking matters a lot, especially after 60, when health worries can feel heavy. And there is another truth. Walking is not just about today. It is about protecting tomorrow. Every time you choose steady, safe movement, you are sending your body a message. Keep the muscles working. Keep the joints moving. Keep the heart challenged a little. Keep the brain involved. Keep the habit alive. That is why small walks still matter. Even when they do not feel dramatic, they are still telling the body not to shut down. Now here is the practical tip I promised earlier, and for many people, this changes everything. Stop thinking only in steps, and start thinking in walking windows. A walking window is a small amount of time that feels realistic for your body right now. It might be 5 minutes. It might be 8. It might be 12. The goal is to choose a window you can repeat with comfort and confidence. If that goes well for several days, add 1 or 2 minutes. Not 10. Not 20. Just a little. This gentle build-up works surprisingly well because it helps the body adapt without feeling attacked. Many people fail not because they cannot walk, but because they increase too much too soon. Here's another part many people miss. Pay attention not only to how you feel during the walk, but how you feel an hour later. This is where the body often tells the truth. Are you pleasantly relaxed or deeply drained? Do your legs feel awake or shaky? Do you feel more steady or more wobbly? If you crash after every walk, your pace, timing, heat exposure, or walking length may need to change. Your body's response after the walk is just as important as what happens during it. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine 2 people, both 72 years old. One decides to walk 30 minutes every day starting tomorrow because that sounds like the right thing to do. By day 3, the knees hurt, the lower back is tight, and the whole idea feels like punishment. The second person starts with 7 minutes after breakfast, at a gentle pace in supportive shoes on a flat path. After a week, that person adds 2 minutes. After another week, 2 more. Which person is more likely to still be walking a month later? Usually, it is the one who went slow enough to stay consistent. So what is the truth about walking every day after 60? The truth is that it can absolutely be one of the best habits for aging well, but only when it respects the body you have now. Not the body you had at 40. Not the body someone else has. Your body. Your pace. Your limits. Your goals. Good walking helps you feel more capable, not more defeated. It should support your life, not take it over. If you are just getting started, your next step does not have to be big. It only has to be real. Maybe that means putting on your shoes and walking to the end of the driveway. Maybe it means 1 lap around the living room after meals. Maybe it means 5 calm minutes in the morning sun. Small is not silly. Small is how many strong habits begin. And if you already walk every day, this may be your reminder to walk smarter, not just harder. Warm up gently. Notice your body. Stay hydrated. Choose safe shoes and safe ground. Watch for red flags. And if you have chronic illness, recent surgery, balance trouble, or medicines that affect how you feel, talk with your healthcare professional before making major changes to your routine. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. I want to leave you with this. Walking every day after 60 is not really about steps. It is about keeping a promise to yourself. A promise that you will keep showing up for your future. A promise that you will care for your body with patience instead of pressure. A promise that you will not let fear make your world smaller than it has to be. One steady walk at a time, you can build strength, trust, and confidence again. If this helped you, tell me in the comments what your walking goal is this week. And if someone you love is trying to stay active and independent after 60, share this with them. Sometimes the simplest habit, done with care, can change much more than we think.